So, very large organisation,
Yeah.
different moving parts.
Yeah.
And again, in terms of understanding the organisation as well, it is a global player.
It is.
Multinational, multifaceted. And how are you able to sort of understand the complexity of such a large organisation? Obviously, you've been there
I have,
a
yes.
while, so you've got that experience and so forth. But somebody new coming in,
Yes.
how do they get a handle of such a multifaceted sort of setup? Is that fairly
It's quite
easy, difficult?
I think it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
And I think even, for myself, I've been here a while. I know a lot of history and I kind of know what's basic.
Yeah.
But sometimes then business change will happen and departments change their name or they merge when they're different. So it can be, challenging to stay on top. I think when apprentices come in, we put them through an induction program, so they're all together. So they will be from different parts of the business on different types of apprenticeship. But we have an induction in the south, in Cambridge, our headquarters, and we will have one at the Macclesfield campus. And we find apprentices from Luton or London will go to Cambridge, and we have apprentices from Speak, our Liverpool site, will go to Macclesfield. And that starts the community for them, and they will go through an induction, and part of some of the sessions they go through is about the business, who we are, which countries we're in, kind of what we're doing in the UK. And actually, even before they start, we do a welcome call for them with their parents and carers, where we have business leads who come on the call, and they will talk to them about what happens in AstraZeneca in the sites that they're going to be working in, so that they can start to get a small flavour of what's happening. That, it's a massive thing to do, so we don't want to overwhelm them. So we kind of start small. We give them a generic view about the UK and who we are and what we stand for, and what activity happens here. And then gradually we start breaking it down until then they go into their teams, and their teams will talk to them more about the job that they're doing. We're in over 100 countries. So a lot of them will end up working in teams where they may be working with different countries. The work they do may end up, if you're in manufacturing, for example, the products that they're making or overseeing in some shape or form, the countries they'll end up, supply chain, for example, those guys will be working with many different countries. And when you think about the challenges of Brexit and also COVID, where borders were closed, those guys had to work out, how do you get, we don't make Smarties, we make life-saving medicines. So how do you get those products to different countries? So it's quite overwhelming. And I would say you never completely know everything, because it's just so big.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at your website, and that's a mean feast of a site as well, because it's a lot of things, and just to navigate that, understand that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you've got your own sort of specific careers element of it, careers.AstraZeneca.com. And then you've got different branches and early talent and all the rest of it. And it's a lot of depth, a lot of information. And you've got to take your time to really understand and read it. So are you involved in terms of the content for particularly your section? Or we have a UK annual report. So we will get figures coming through, or we might get an apprentice sometimes writes a piece for that. So they will come through and say, right, this is the report, this is your section. Can you check the figures? Can you check the programs that we're doing? We will be asked to check the detail on that. Yeah. There's a lot of information there.
There is a lot of information. And I think it'd be really easy to come into the business and think, right, well, I'm going into research and development, so R&D. I'm going to be a scientist. I'm just going to concentrate on that area. Whereas for me, when they come in, I think it's a great opportunity to show them about different parts of the business, because they may be going into being a scientist, but they're sat next to somebody who's going into, I don't know, supply chain or manufacturing or engineering, for example. It's important, because the work they're doing, that's the next stages of where it goes. And I just think it's good for people to appreciate and not think silo, because it doesn't help always, does it, to just think silo. We're a science company, it's all about collaboration. So
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.